Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are out and enjoying the day. But if you're a degenerate like me and you're home on Sunday working or doing whatever you have to do under your roof, let me try to give you some entertainment. Today, I want to talk about a company that I'm slowly buying up shares in. The company is called Ginkgo Bioworks, and the ticker symbol of Ginkgo Bioworks is DNA. You might be familiar with this three-letter word, DNA. But why is Ginkgo Bioworks ticker symbol DNA? Very, very simple. They deal in DNA synthetic engineering. They're DNA engineers, pretty much. There's software engineers, there's structural engineers, there's mechanical engineers, there's plumbing engineers. Well, this is DNA engineering. So if you believe that the future has something to do with DNA, then this might be a play for you. Now, not everything is a home run, but again, if you believe in the future of science and science is intertwined with DNA engineering, then this could be a home run play for you. I'm going to read you an article from Seeking Alpha that gives this a strong buy. But before I do, I just want to let you know that if you read the reports of DNA synthetic engineering, the DNA market, from now until 2027, 2028, depending on what reports you read, the growth rate for CAGR, compound annual growth, is somewhere between 10 and 15+% yearly growth. In 2019, the market, total addressable market for DNA sequencing was just around $5 billion. Fast forward to the end of 2020, and it surpassed $23 billion. This number is going to keep expanding. This number is going to keep getting bigger. So if this is a market that you want to get into, if this is a market that you think is going to be here for the long run, then definitely watch this video because DNA Ginkgo Bioworks might be the right pick for you. I'm not a financial advisor. This is purely entertainment and education. With that said, I wanted to read this article from Seeking Alpha. Ginkgo Bioworks, may the Ginkgo King grow. Summary. Ginkgo Bioworks is, along with Amyris, the leader in synthetic biology. A one-of-a-kind business model, solid technology and platform, a wide range of markets and applications, compounding potential, a reasonable valuation, and minimal cash burn make Ginkgo attractive. It's difficult to ascertain whether Ginkgo has bottomed yet, but it's also likely close enough. Solid appreciation potential exists within 5 years. And then they give you a lot of cases for Ginkgo Bioworks. The firm's progress is reflected in its 2021 results. We exceeded all of our public targets in 2021. Even after raising our outlook mid-year, we launched 31 new cell programs for customers, up 72% from 2020, and we generated $113 million in foundry revenue, up 91% from 2020. We scaled our biosecurity business from $17 million to $201 million in revenue in 1 year. Their biosecurity business is the Rolodex of code that they have. They keep essentially a library of DNA sequencing. That's what they're talking about. They have some government contracts, for example, with the CDC, where they track COVID in airports, so on and so forth. The reason why Ginkgo Bioworks for me is such a home run play is because they're so unique. Their business plan is so unique. And as long as this market takes off, Ginkgo Bioworks is going to be in prime position to take off with this market. Last week, I made a video about Ginkgo Bioworks, where the Senior Vice President of Business Development for Ginkgo Bioworks is now going to head a completely brand new genomics unit at the White House. Do you guys see the connection over here? And again, Ginkgo Bioworks already works with the CDC, which means the Ginkgo Bioworks already works with the government. I think last year they signed up 2 government contracts, and last year they signed up 5 government contracts off the top of my head. This is what I was talking about earlier. Renee Wegrzyn slated to lead new Advanced Research Projects Agency for Health. The White House, President Biden, appointed Renee Wegrzyn, PhD, as the director of this brand new unit we're going to call ARPAH. Dr. Wegrzyn is currently the vice president for business development at Ginkgo Bioworks. So literally the department that she's going to be heading coming from Ginkgo Bioworks is advanced research projects for health. Advanced research projects for health, and she's coming from being the senior vice president of business development at Ginkgo Bioworks. It sounds like this might be a match made in heaven. Now, Ginkgo Bioworks trades just at around $3 right now. It's near a 52-week low at $2, with a 52-week high hitting nearly $16. Obviously, they've been beat up. The market cap is only around $5 billion. When you talk about biohealth, when you're talking about big pharma, $100 billion market cap is absolutely nothing. Listen, the risk reward for Ginkgo Bioworks is huge. Huge risk, huge reward. But at a $5 billion market cap, it would not be unreasonable to see Ginkgo Bioworks hit a 10, 20, or even 30x in the future. Now, when I say the future, I don't mean tomorrow, but I do mean in the next decade. We've seen 100 plus billion, 200 plus billion dollar market capitalization when it comes to big pharma, when it comes to biotech. Now imagine the genomics revolution, this whole brand new total addressable market that's just going to keep growing and growing, anywhere from 11 to 15+% CAGR, which means that every single year it adds on to last year's growth, is going to freaking explode. So a lot of people are going to say, hey, Adam, why are you investing in a shit company? And a lot of people are going to come up to you guys and be like, yo, why are you guys investing in a shit company? So I'm going to tell you this. I am investing in DNA Ginkgo Bioworks because I believe that in the future, it's possible. I'm not saying it will. I'm saying it's possible that this is going to blow the freak up. And the risk versus reward is just too juicy for me, because they don't really have too much competition, because they're so unique in their business strategy, in their business practices within such a unique and untapped market like DNA synthetic engineering. Guys, recently my man Amit, who covers Palantir as well, bought a position in DNA Ginkgo Bioworks. I'm looking forward to watching that video and the explanation of why he bought in. Kathy Wood of ARK Invest keeps buying more DNA Ginkgo Bioworks and adding to her position. Now remember, Kathy Wood, like her or not, she invests for the future based on her data, and she hasn't been doing too good lately. But usually when Kathy starts buying into a company, she's going to keep dumping more and more money into that company. The fact that the White House is hiring an ex-senior vice president specifically for business development of Ginkgo Bioworks to now head their new unit of health that's essentially in the market of what Ginkgo Bioworks does right now is tremendous. Is this company going to be a home run? For me, I hope so. And I think so. There's a lot of positives. Now, what can go wrong? Very, very simple. If this market does not come to fruition, if this market does not blow up, DNA Ginkgo Bioworks is going to be done. However, if you believe that DNA sequencing is the future, if you believe that our future has DNA sequencing in it, which I feel like a lot of people that are into science, a lot of the new school people would believe and say, yeah, well then DNA Ginkgo Bioworks is worth an investment for me, because if that market takes off, which I believe it will, Ginkgo Bioworks will have no choice but to take off as well, because they're so intertwined into this specific market. And the best thing about Ginkgo Bioworks is they themselves don't need to come up with anything. They don't need to cure anything. They don't need to do anything. They are the pick and shovel play of DNA sequencing. So if you believe that somebody is going to make some crazy breakthrough in DNA sequencing in the future, chances are Ginkgo Bioworks will not be far behind and probably getting a piece of that, because it will probably be done in Ginkgo Bioworks laboratory. Guys, thank you so much. Please give me the likes. Please give me the shares. Please give me the subscribe. And remember, everybody that makes fun of you and says, hey, why are you investing in a shitty company? All companies are shitty until they're not. All companies were whack until they're not. Tesla was whack when it was only worth $50 billion. Tesla was whack at $5 billion. Tesla's not whack anymore when it's close to $1 trillion market cap. Amazon used to be whack when it was an online bookstore. And everyone said Barnes and Nobles will never let this happen. You will never take over the online trade for books. Lo and behold, Amazon is a $1+ trillion company. Remember, everyone's going to make fun of you until you prove them wrong. Point is, you don't want to get into a company when Ginkgo Bioworks is going to be worth 50 billion, 100 billion, 150 billion. You want to get into Ginkgo Bioworks when it is worth 5 billion, 6 billion, 4 billion, whatever. Right now is an economic downturn. You take the opportunity to buy what you want to and open up positions in new plays and make new plays in new positions that you always wanted to get into but didn't get a chance to, or open up positions in plays that you already have and increase, or you just increase your position of existing plays. Guys, thank you so much. Give me the likes, give me the shares, give me the subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Happy trading. Hopefully we make some money this week.